Greetings everyone, welcome to iMarketable. Have you always wondered how people become rich enough? Do you think about how all of these rich people manage their assets and cash efficiently? Well, if the answer to these questions is yes, then you've landed on the perfect video. Becoming rich is an art that not a lot of people know of. Working hard is obviously important, but working hard enough and having multiple other qualities are equally important. So, what are those key points that one must know about in order to make their pockets warm? Today, we are going to tell you about the top 10 business books that you could read through in order to make that money rolling in your pockets. If you're new to iMarketable, you're going to want to head on over and hit that subscribe button. If you're ready to have your mind blown, ring that notification bell as well so you'll never miss another video. Let's hop into the details of the books. Number 10. The Money Book for the Young, Fabulous, and Broke. Most personal finance books are almost always written with the idea of retiring being a priority set in mind. This sprightly offering is no different. Written by the TV star Susie Orman, this book helps millennials navigate the basics of the financial world, like coping with huge student loans and a job market that, for young people, is nearly as dismal as the Great Depression. Favorite quote from the book: "You picked up this book because you are broke. Keep reading and you will discover what you need to know and do so you will not be broke forever." Well, she managed to get right into our hearts there. Number 9. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. An eye-opening book suited best for practical life. According to Robert Kiyosaki, the writer of the book, an 8th grade dropout who spends less than he earns is smarter than a college professor who can't make ends meet, and we couldn't agree more. Furthermore, he stressed upon the fact that best investment of your time and money is to buy property or a business. Even though working for a steady paycheck can get you started, but managing that money and putting it to right use is equally important. Or better yet, do what the writer Kiyosaki himself did. Write a best-selling book and enjoy that cash. The best quote from the book would be, "The key to financial freedom and great wealth is a person's ability or skill to convert earned income into passive income and/or portfolio income." Number 8. The Millionaire Fast Lane. Getting your life sorted out, working hard, saving at least 10% of your earnings, and retiring at 65 is a chump's game because of two major reasons. Firstly, because the financial markets are simply too volatile, and secondly, you'll be in a wheelchair by the time you actually have gathered enough money to retire in peace. And we know these golden rules because of the author, M.J. DeMarco, who compiled a masterpiece. According to him, a better strategy is to use the volatility of the financial markets at the moment to get rich quickly and enjoy it before it gets too late. One of the quotes that highly inspired us was, "Show me a 22-year-old who got rich investing in mutual funds. Show me the man who earned millions in 3 years by maximizing his 401k. Show me the young 20-something who got rich clipping coupons. Who are these people? They don't exist." Number 7. Money Master the Game. It's a long title for a book, but it's also a large book consisting of almost 700 pages. However, this is the first book from Tony Robbins in over 20 years and without a doubt a masterpiece compiled in one book. A book explaining all the tips and tricks you need to know about earning and managing money the right way. Robbins starts off the book with many of the pain points we experienced with investing: high advisory fees, actively managed funds, and how the market is rigged. However, he provides solutions along with them and saves the day. For the most part, the advice Money Master the Game is solid, well-tested, and better than what most have, which is no financial plan. Our favorite quote from the book: "Remember, we're drowning in information, but we're starving for wisdom." Number 6. The Science of Getting Rich. Don't fall for the name if you are expecting some scientific explanation to this process. Even though this book contains absolutely nothing that slightly even resembles the term science, however, this 1910 sensation provided the intellectual framework for thousands of personal wealth-building seminars. Author Wallace Waddell believed that your ability to accumulate wealth is directly dependent upon how you think about it. In other words, if you believe that money is the root of all evil, you'll never be wealthy. Our favorite quote from the book: "No man can rise to his greatest possible height in talent of soul development unless he has plenty of money." Well, we can't agree anymore. Number 5. The Millionaire Next Door. The authors Thomas J. Stanley and William D. Danko carried out a thorough research into U.S. households, and after doing a complete survey, it was concluded that those with a net worth of $1 million or more were identified as underaccumulators of wealth, UAW, who have a low net wealth compared to their income. According to them, taking skimpy vacations would rather help people achieve a higher net worth compared to their income. Being rich doesn't only depend on your income, everything is counted. Quote of the book, "People whom we define as being wealthy get much more pleasure from owning substantial amounts of appreciable assets than from displaying a high consumption lifestyle." Number 4. Total Money Makeover. Anyone who's listened to Dave Ramsey's radio show knows exactly how much emphasis he lays on common sense. And not just common sense, tips that are so basic that they may help you stay away from life crises. Some of those tips include avoiding buying on credit, paying in cash for everything possible, getting yourself out of debt, and building an emergency fund. Rather than airy-fairy promises and feel-good anecdotes, he offers solid basic advice for the everyman and every woman. The quote that inspired us the most from the book was, "What I have done is packaged the time-honored information into a process that is doable and has inspired millions to act on it." Number 3. The Richest Man in Babylon. Inspiring investors since the 1920s, this masterpiece with faux biblical parables about acquiring wealth is one of the best books you could get your hands on in order to make money. George S. Clason made sure to choose his words wisely while describing the importance of dedication and hard work and inspiring young souls to work for the future. Just like most of the personal finance books that followed, The Richest Man in Babylon emphasizes saving rather than spending on items that would not even matter later on. At the same time, the book also insists over the fact that charitable giving is equally as important, provided you don't allow those to whom you give to become dependent on your gifts. Budget thy expenses that thou mayest have coins to pay for thy necessities, to pay for thine enjoyments, and to gratify thy worthwhile desires without spending more than 9/10 of thine earnings. Number 2. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. According to the author and a multimillionaire T. Harv Eker, if you're poor, it's because you think like a poor person, and if you're rich, it's only because you think rich. He further explained in his book that, to make matters worse, poor people essentially program their children to be poor by providing them with a worldview that makes wealth accumulation impossible. Not to worry though, if you start thinking like a mogul, you can be one too. After all, it's all a mind game. Golden words to live by. The vast majority of people simply do not have the internal capacity to create and hold on to large amounts of money and the increased challenges that go with more money and success. Number 1. Think and Grow Rich. Moving all the way back to the 1930s, author Napoleon Hill interviewed a series of millionaires and philanthropists, starting with the steel magnate Andrew Carnegie. The result of such hard work is what we are looking at right now, a primarily best-selling work of self-development that encourages the notion that greed is good only as long as you're willing to share your wealth with the right people. Our favorite quote, "If you truly desire money so keenly that your desire is an obsession, you will have no difficulty in convincing yourself that you will acquire it. The object is to want money and to be so determined to have it that you convince yourself that you will have it." These were the top 10 books on making money that you can find in the market. Now that you know the secret doorways to a fruitful future, go ahead and get your future sorted out. How many of these have you gone through already? Let us know in the comment box below. If you liked this video, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to stay up to date for more interesting videos in the future. As a bonus, do try the 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss for additional advice on managing and earning money. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to stay up to date for more interesting videos in the future.